going to do a tutorial about how to save stanhopea orchids from total root loss. Here I have a very good example. This is a stanhopea hernandezia that I bought about 10 days ago maximum from Orchids and More in Germany. It was a recent import, and because of that the orchid came completely rootless. Now look what she has done for me in just 10 days. I won't even try to remove that. Can you see? She is growing quite fast, her roots, and she is growing two new growths for me. One in here and one here, so that is very nice. And she is basically producing new roots from the old pseudobulbs, even though those pseudobulbs have already produced their root systems. So if you want to know how I do it, you should really stick to this video. Because I'm going to explain that in a few very easy simple steps. So one of the first things that I have done after I have received this orchid, it is to make sure that I have sprayed her with hydrogen peroxide 3% to kill any possible snail eggs that might have been on this orchid. And I have also done an acaricide treatment, because you never know if the orchid has any spider mites or not, and also that particular insecticide did kill any type of bugs that might have been, because if an orchid is stressed, you don't want to have any type of pests on it. You can see that my orchid is not very big. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pseudobulbs, and she is producing now 2 new growths. I'm really happy with how this orchid is developing. She is starting to get plumper again, because the pseudobulbs are a bit shriveled, as you can see. And as I said, when I have received her, she didn't have any alive root. So what I have done, it is I went to the forest and I have collected some green moss. This moss has antibacterial properties and antifungal properties, but also has some natural hormones for the plant to start to grow, or to trigger growth, and we can say that that is what I have got. But also I made sure the orchid does receive filtered sunlight, but I put her into quite a bright location, and I have gave her about 25 Celsius, and that has been for the past 5 days. Also I have kept the moss quite moist, quite soggy. I have always left some water in the tray. I change it regularly so I don't get any bacteria forming. The moss is not smelling bad. I have a tutorial about how to prepare green moss to use it safely for your orchids. So if you didn't watch it, I will put it down below. And at first I have put her in a normal pot because I was interested in her getting completely adjusted, or at least trigger some growth. But now that I am seeing that she will get completely established in about maximum 1 month, and I don't want to disturb her, I have decided to use a basket, and I will show you exactly how. Now stanhopeas do need to be in a basket because they do push up basal spikes. That means that the spike will come somewhere from these holes and not next to the pseudobulb. It won't grow only pendant, but will grow completely downwards. This means that we need to keep it in a basket, because if we won't do that, the spike will grow inside the pot. It won't have room to get out, and it will die and rot, and that can actually kill the orchid if the rotting is getting extended in the orchid. So you can see that I have some very nice green moss in here, and what I will do it is put some in the bottom in here. I'm always trying to put the moss, it has a basal part and the top part, and I'm trying to arrange it properly. But in this case I will do in reverse because I'm putting it in the bottom and it will receive some light from the bottom. Remember, this is an alive plant as well, so I'm putting it like that, so he will receive light from here. And then I want to coat basically the sides of the basket like that, so again the moss will receive light as well. This is a very pretty one. It is a bit more fluffy and more green. I don't always find the same type of moss. It just depends on the area where I am collecting it from and on the particular day. It seems that I have a snail in here, but I know I have sprayed the plant with hydrogen peroxide 3%, and look at that, the snail is dead. And this is why I do prepare it like that. I make sure that any possible snail or slug will get killed, and whenever I am seeing them later, I can just collect them because they are dead. The orchid is not in any danger. I do use green moss for some time with my orchids, and I didn't have any munched roots because I did submerge the moss in hydrogen peroxide basically. Okay, so I think I should take this thing out because it's too much for now at least. And now I will very gently try to put the orchid inside. I think I do need to fill up the gap in here. I don't think you are actually seeing what I'm doing, guys. Let me try to do that. Okay, so I have a hole in here, so I will fill it with moss. Not all the moss will survive, some will die, because it just depends. It is an alive plant after all. And now I will put the back pseudobulbs as close to the back part of the basket as I can. And now I will try to fill up the gaps and completely cover the roots, because this orchid absolutely loves moisture. She loves it, and she needs it to properly survive. I think she really likes her medium. We can see how fast she is growing. I'm trying not to bury the new growth. Now the orchid is pretty much stable in here, and I think it looks quite nice. Now I do still have some moss left, but that is okay, because what I was planning actually to do, it is to put moss around the basket as well, because I won't just keep this basket as it is in here, because I think it's having too much air ventilation for what I am aiming for. Because I am trying to save this orchid, I need her to stay very, very moist. Stanhopeas do like a moist environment, and this one is quite sick yet. She is not yet established. So until that, I will just put the basket in here. And I was thinking that I will might add some green moss around the basket and in between the basket and the pot, until she will get fully established, and after that she will just stay in her pretty basket. I do have a room for one or most probably maximum 2 years of growth, and that is okay for me. So yeah, don't do that, guys. Please don't do that. I I really thought she is more stable in there than this, but it seems that I was wrong. So, yeah. So this time I did manage to snag all the moss in there. That is quite nice. She does have, as I said, room to grow for maximum 2 more years, but most probably only 1 year, but that is okay. If you care for the moss properly, most of it should remain alive, and you are free to reuse it the next time you repot the orchid, but only with the same orchid. If you don't have green moss, you can totally use dried moss. That is okay also, but that moss will start to rot, and in about 1 year or maximum 2 years, if you have a good quality one, you will have to change it. And the stanhopeas, when are repotted, are known for killing all their roots. I done that in the past as well. I had another stanhopea, and yeah, all the roots died after I repotted, even though I did was very careful and gentle with the roots. She is even worse in her repottings than cattleyas. The roots are very sensitive, they are very easy to break, and yeah, this is how she looks like, guys. I think that is quite pretty, and if she gets established quite fast, she will most probably hang somewhere where she will get dappled light, and she will go quite pretty. This orchid doesn't require a lot of sunlight to bloom, so we most probably will see some blooms from her this autumn. They are known for being super fragrant. I heard people saying they are even more fragrant than cattleyas, so we shall see. Alright guys, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will be more than happy to answer them for you. Thank you very much for watching, and see you all next time. Bye!